So good day viewers, welcome to this biology presentation. So in this presentation I want us to answer biology paper 2 for 2025. So this is a paper that was written by GCE candidates. Okay, so we're going to start with our question 1. Alright, so this is our section A, short answer questions. So section A carries 44 marks. So answer all the questions in the spaces provided in the question paper. So we are starting with question 1. Figure 1 shows a parasite cell observed under a light microscope. So this is figure 1, which is showing the parasite cell. So it's labeled, we have the cell membrane, the nucleus, the cytoplasm, B, C. We're going to answer our question A right here. So here is our question A. Identify the parts labeled A, B, and C in figure 1. So what is the name of this part labeled A right here? And the B, also C. So part A right here, this is the cell wall. And the part B right here, this is the vacuum. And the part C right here, this is the chloroplast. Alright, so A, we have said that is the cell wall. Then B, this is the vacuum membrane. Then C right here, this is the chloroplast. Okay, so these are answers to question A. We now come to question B right here. So question B reads, explain the functions of the part labeled A in figure 1. So it's just carrying 1 mark. So the part labeled A right here, as we have seen, this is the cell wall. So what is the function of the cell wall? So the function of the cell wall is just to protect the cell. So we say to protect the cell against any damage. To protect the cell against any damage and the infection. So that is the function of the cell wall. Okay, so we now move on. We come to our question C right here. So our question C reads, give two differences between the cell in figure 1 and the one found in the human trachea. Alright, so here we need to give two differences that exist between the cell in figure 1, which is this one right here, and the cell that is found in the human trachea. So there are a lot of differences that exist between these two cells. So the first difference we can say, the cell that is found in the cell in figure 1, this one right here, okay, it has the cell wall, while the cell found in the human trachea has no cell wall. That is the first difference. The second difference we can say, this cell in figure 1, it has the large central vacuum, while the cell in the human trachea has the tiny, or there is absent of vacuum. Okay. Another difference is that this cell in figure 1 right here, it has the chloroplast, while the cell in the human trachea has no chloroplast. Apart from that, you can also give another difference in terms of the way the cells look. So you can say the cell in figure 1, okay, has a regular shape, while the cell in the human trachea has an irregular shape. Apart from that, you can also say the cell in figure 1, there are no cilia, while the cell in the human trachea has the cilia. So those are some of the differences. So you can write them here. Alright, so these are the answers. Cell in figure 1 has the cell wall, while the cell in the human trachea has no cell wall. Cell in figure 1 has a regular shape, while cell in the human trachea has an irregular shape. So remember, I said main answers, not only these two. You can refer to them, you pause the video, you write those points down. Okay, so we have answered our question C. Let us now come to our question D. So here is our question D. State the names of any other two organelles that would be seen if the cell in figure 1 was observed under an electron microscope. So when you look at this figure 1 right here, the organelles that you have been shown, you have the cell membrane, the nucleus, the cytoplasm, the cell wall, also the vacuum membrane, also of the chloroplast. So they're asking us now in question C to state other organelles that would be seen if this cell was being observed under an electron microscope. So there are many organelles that can be seen. The first one, you can say ribosomes. So this organelle is responsible for production of proteins, okay? Again, apart from the ribosome, we can say the mitochondrion. Okay, we can say the mitochondrion. So the mitochondrion is responsible for the release of what? Energy, which is very important for the cell. Apart from that, you also have the Golgi body, the endoplasmic reticulum, the lysosome. All these are other cell organelles that can be observed if this cell was being observed under an electron microscope.